name is Vanessa Howie. Many of you have seen these YouTube videos. Thank you for watching. For those that follow me and watch the videos that I've been doing. I haven't been on in a while. Between the Thanksgiving season and the Christmas season coming up, I literally just haven't had time to come on and to do these without it interfering with other activities that I've been doing outside of the house. And today I happen to be doing an activity down here where I'm going to be down here for at least an hour. I thought I can get a video or two in while I'm doing it. So that's the reason I'm down here for the most part. Now, today on this video, I'll be doing exercises that are for the legs and for the glutes, okay? And I'll try to put as many of these exercises in as I can with good form. And if I'm talking a little funny, I had a visit at the orthodontist, and everything is tender. I'm going to have macaroni and cheese for dinner or something tonight, something that is soft. Because, oh my gosh. It's painful. It's painful. Okay. The first exercise is called a cross step with a knee lift. I'm going to use my 8-inch step. Ordinarily, I would do a 12 or 14-inch step, but those that know that I have patella chondromalacia, meaning that the tissue that is within the joint itself has worn down, and very, very elevated surfaces stepping onto them can create inflammation and aggravation. So until I get the quad more developed, having a lower step height is beneficial. Now, those of you that can do this on a more elevated platform, please do it. The only reason I am not is because my knee will not permit it today. Some days it will, today it will not. So, cross step with a knee lift. Now, I'm going to turn this in a diagonal direction, because when I say cross step, instead of the inside leg or the leg closest to the step going, this leg is going to go cross in front, step onto it. The opposite leg will tap, and you'll do a knee lift with that after that tap. And you'll come back to the original position. So, now if you have a step like this one back here, it would be, I'm going to hang on to the TV while I do this. It will be cross, step like this, and then step down. Okay. Cross, tap, lift, tap, exit behind. So, if you're watching this from the front, the outside leg steps in the middle. The weight is in this heel. Tap, knee up, tap again, exit behind. There. I'm going to adjust the timer here. I want to make certain that I have enough time. I'm going to demonstrate it on the other side. The outside leg comes across. You want to make sure that you're a good distance away. So you're almost in line. If you're doing it this way, your toes are almost going to be in line with this corner. If you were to draw a line across, they would almost be in line with that corner. So, the outside leg goes across, knee over ankle, other foot taps, lift that knee. This leg, the tap the leg, comes behind. If you have knee issues, joint issues, don't worry about doing this on the step. So if you want to practice without step, cross, tap, knee lift, cross behind, it will still work the inner and outer thighs. That is fine. You just won't have the elevation to aggravate the joint. Okay. Now the next one is a leg press on the 12-inch step. I'll be using the 8-inch step. And I won't be using weight on this one. I could, and if you had weight, you could hold them in your hand or place them at your shoulders. Standing behind, and I'm showing this to you for that side angle on purpose. Because if you don't see it from the correct angle, you're likely going to miss it. So, I want to step with my weak leg on, because this knee has been aggravating me a lot today. You want to make sure the knee is over the ankle, so you don't want to have it riding over like that. The good test is if you hinge from the hips, and you can see that your knee is behind the toe, closer to you, you're good. If you slide forward and you hinge and you're like, I can't quite see my toe, then you're out of alignment. Push into this heel, making sure that it's either above the laces or around, over the ankle. Push into that heel, and the other foot taps. Now when you come down, watch this. You want to try to keep both knees bent when you do this. Like this. Now I'm on the back toe and the front heel. There's a reason that I'm doing this on the lower step. Now if I were to do this off of the 14-inch step or even a 12-inch step, I'll show you how I need to modify it in order to make it more user-friendly for me. First up, I'm going to put my hand on that TV. I'll put this leg up here, put it in alignment, keeping my hand on that TV, pushing into the heel, and I will do it like this, pushing into this heel. The foot that's coming off the step, it's just to make sure that I don't fall on my butt when I go backward. It plays no role in that. It doesn't push off to get me up there. This standing leg pushes to get me up here. But to make it easier on my knee, I'm doing this. And then coming down a little bit. Letting that back leg take a little bit of that load so it's not as aggravating on this front knee. That's why I lowered step height for myself. Okay. Now, stiff leg deadlift. And I know I didn't show you the other side, but it's the same thing, you just have to switch sides. Now, for those that use weight, that's good. That's another ad. So, I want to keep my feet together. The further out you have your feet, the more you work the inner and outer thighs. I really want to focus on the glute area here, so I'm going to do a little bit where I start narrow and then go a little wider each time. So feet not touching, but the legs, the thighs are touching. Hinge from the hips. Keep everything from the hips to the head. Keep it straight. Feeling a stretch back here. Oh, that's a good stretch. Push into the heels. Squeeze the glutes to stand. A few more. Keep the tummy in. That helps. If you're feeling aggravation in the low back, don't do this. Or, when you are starting to feel the aggravation, go shallow. Don't go as deep. Usually when people start feeling the aggravation, it's because they're not contracting into their glutes. They've stopped doing that. And so that's another little trick for you people at home. Now I'm going to take this outside foot a little wider. So instead of this position, I'm out here. Okay? Same form as before. Hinge from the hips. If you have weights in your hand, fine. Push into the heels. Yeah, I'm feeling it more in the outer hamstring. push into the heel, squeezing that glute as you do it. If you don't squeeze that glute, then you're not doing this for the correct muscle group, for the correct reasons. Well, for the correct muscle group, you may be doing it for other reasons. And push, squeeze, stepping out with this leg one more time. And the reason I'm not stepping out with both legs, there's only so far I can step before I'm going to hit that step, that bench. Hinging from the hips again. Make a note in your mind on where you're feeling this. Squeeze the glutes, push into your heels, and stand. Make a note of where you're feeling this the further out you go. Now I'm feeling it intensely in the hamstring when I squeeze into the glute. Now I'm feeling it all the way around. I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to take it to the furthest that I feel comfortable doing. This is the furthest that I feel comfortable doing. Any further than that, a lot of my clients have a hard time standing back up, getting out of that position. Still hinging from the hips. Now you can either have your hands between your legs like this, squeeze your tushy to get yourself up there, or you can let your hands glide along the legs to feel it a little differently. That is, if you have weights, you'll feel it a little differently. If you're just using your own body weight, then you're not going to feel that much of a difference in the weight. One more. Okay. Next one is running man on the deadlift. Okay. So, I'm not going to do it as fast as what I have been taught. I will do the motion, but I will let you determine the speed that you use. Since I don't have super dancing music going on in the background, then I'm not going to worry about speed on this one. I'm going to worry more about form. I'm doing this from a side angle, side view, so you can see it. The good knee is, the good foot's going on top. The last time the bad foot went on top. And I'm going to put it closer to the edge, but not on the edge like this. Reason for that is this foot is going to be the working leg. This foot is going to come up, and the knee is going to shoot up. It's going to do this motion here. So you're going to push into this heel and bring this knee up. Now those that have more emphasis, that have the energy, they can right up onto the toe as they come up. And then when they come down, they can lift that foot slightly, like this, as a stepping motion. Because when a lot of people do this, it's on an 8 count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 2 counts of 4s. And so when they do it, it's the stepping up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what they used to do in aerobics all the time. In many ways, they still do it. So you push into this heel. You don't push off onto the back foot, the one that's on the floor. That's just tagging along for the ride. So this one is the one that's doing all the work. Now I'm lifting my foot up off that step to let my body know I'm going to step and then lift, step and then lift. If your knee is aggravating you, use a lower step height, or do what I do when I'm having a bad day. I just use the ground. So I'll do this. It doesn't get as much of the glute in there unless when I put the heel down, I squeeze that tushy as I get that foot up there. That's what I do. But I'm a trainer. I know how to do those things. The next one, side lunges with knee up on a Bosu. I happen to have a Bosu handy. Imagine that. Oh, what song is playing now? Okay. I like that one. Okay. Now, side lunge with the knee up. Okay, now. Good, okay. Now, ordinarily I would say you're going to side lunge up here and then do the knee up at the top. However, this is an unstable surface, as you can tell. So, we're going to start here at a distance away. Side lunge into this, bending this knee, sitting into this glute. Now, when you pop up, knee up. Side lunge, knee up. Side lunge, knee up. You're going to feel a stretch in that standing inner thigh. If it's too much, too wide, step in a little bit. Make it more narrow. It's okay. And if the knee up is too difficult, tap it. Put a toe tap in there. That's just as good. Okay. Moving on. Oh, my favorite. Anybody who has trained with me that has worked on the lower body has seen these. Your clock lunges and squats. Now, I love taking them through it. I really do. So I'm going to tilt the camera down. I'm going to show you front and a side view. I'm going to go into the side view first so that you can actually see how I want you to do the lunge. Remember to think of the face of an old-fashioned clock where it has 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and behind you is 6, 7, 8, other side is 9, 10, 11, and then back to 12. Well, all you need to remember is 12, 3, 6, and 9. Erase everything else. You're going to lunge forward. When you lunge forward, you bend both knees, put the weight in the front heel and back toe, like that, pushing up with the front foot. Now, for this particular one, I'm going to do the lunge closest to you. Okay? I'm going to back up just a little bit. You do a side lunge, so you step out. You put the weight in this heel, bend this knee, stick this butt out, push into the heel to stand. So I'm going to just show it to you one more time like that. Out, bend, weight in the heel, stick the butt out. Try to keep your torso tall so you don't want to bend over here like this. Push into that heel. Now I'm going to step back into the center and show it all to you. But like this. I'm going to step forward because otherwise I'm going to run into that step. Lunging forward. Oh, sorry. There we go. Pushing into the heel to stand. Side lunge to 3 o'clock. So 12, 3, 6, and 9. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Sitting into this heel. Push off into the heel. Sitting into that glute, pushing into the heel. Now the same leg is going to go back for a reverse lunge or a dip. Now, opposite leg is going to go back. Now, side lunge. Same leg, front lunge. So it's lunges around the clock, lunges and squats around the clock. What you do to one side, you mirror to the other as well. So you have a lunge on this side, side lunge on this side. Lunge to the back. Opposite lunges to the back. Lunge to the side. Same leg lunges front. And you do that 5 times. 5 rounds, that is. Oh, come on, what song is this? Okay, thank you. Alright. Now, double check how much time we have. Okay. Time for 1, maybe 2 more. Okay. Diagonal lunges. Alright. For the diagonal lunges, I will do this in this position because it's going to be a lot easier to show you the diagonal. Now, normally I have my clients to do it 2 front diagonal and 2 back diagonal, which I will show you, but I first want to show you the form. So, still thinking about the face of the clock, but between number 1 and 2 on that clock, you want to shoot for the space between those 2 numbers in all 4 corners. Stepping forward in a 45-degree angle, weight in the front heel, bend both knees, push into the front heel to stand. Opposite leg, 45-degree angle, stepping forward, bend both knees, weight in the front heel, push into that front heel to stand. Now you're going to do that same thing, but I want to do it in the back. So, backward at a 45-degree angle, bending both knees, still the weight in the front heel, and you're going to push through that front heel to stand yourself up. Diagonal on the back, the opposite direction. Bending both knees, weight in this front heel, push into the front heel to stand. So, front, front, back, back. Yes, the cycle, 5 times. So you have this going here. I hope that my feet are still in the frame. Here, here, and here. If your knees are aggravating you, mine are today, go shallow. Do not go as deep. Really focus on contracting the muscle group that you need to contract. Don't focus on how deep you need to go into the range of motion. It's going to kill you if you do that. Okay, I think I have time for about 1 more exercise. Yes. Okay. Lateral Bosu shuffles. All right. This one is easy. Well, I say that, but it's not really easy. It's easier than the last 2 exercises I showed you. How about that? So what you do, this is all about being able to go over and back. It's going to spike the heart rate. That's the whole focus of this. So you don't have to, even though it says shuffle, you don't have to rebound off of it. So this is the move. Try to keep your weight in your heel while you're on the Bosu. As you can tell, it is difficult to do. If you do not have a Bosu, or that you find this too challenging, then doing this motion here. That's good. That's also good. Or, if you have one of these lovely zip trainer devices, you can open one of these zip trainer devices. Several of my clients have them. Put it like this. And do it like this. And if you want to make it a double, turn it around. Make it a double. It's going to be more challenging, as you can see. However, it will still work. Okay, that's all I have time for on this video. If you enjoyed this and my other videos, please click the like button. Share it if you'd like. Put it on your favorite list. Subscribe if you'd like. That's fine with me. I'm not getting any additional money from these videos. What I am doing is I'm placing a small commercial in front that gives me a few pennies every time somebody watches the commercial. You do not have to do the volume. When I do it, I mute the commercial, let it run, and then unmute it to watch whatever is being offered, whatever the feature is. And so, in order to, there we go, in order to help me to put these videos on there, to keep doing this. It helps for you to watch the commercials so that there are a few pennies that I can that are placed into my account, so that I do have a little bit of money available to do these videos. So if you do that, thank you. If not, at least click the mute button and just let it play, and then unmute it and then listen to me. That's okay too. I have no problem with that. And if you want to skip through the commercials, I can't stop you. I'm just asking, please watch them if you have the patience to do so. Thank you. I will see you either later today or later in a week. Bye.